All right. Welcome all who are here now and will be with us soon. Um, my name is Morgan. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be one of the hosts for today. Please find a comfortable space, whether that's sitting up, whether that's lying down, lower the lights, make your environment however you need. Before we get started with today's breath work, I just wanted to talk a bit about meditation and human values and just reflecting on why we meditate. Personally, I found meditation a couple years ago through the lovely Javier Payano. And I mixed it both with a personal practice of just meditation as well as a little bit of yoga, just truly starting with like following YouTube videos and doing classes at my college. But I found that it has just helped a lot with my own inner peace. It is a practice like anything else, and the more you do it, the better you get at it and the more you understand it. And so I'm happy to continue this journey with this community. So I am going to pass it over to the lovely, the iconic Luisa Fernandez. And she will be guiding us through some wonderful breath work this evening.
Oh, thank you so much, Morgan, for that beautiful introduction. I'm glad that you were able to set the ambiance with your candle. I actually made a little cacao before we started, so I'm a little cinnamon, a little ashwagandha, so I'm feeling also really relaxed. Let's see if I can get this on an angle that it won't fall down every single time. Has anyone done breath work before or this specific type? I know we talk about meditation, but this is going to be an active, like Wim Hof style breath work. If this is your first time, you can drop a one in the chat or, oh, thank you so much, Melody, for answering. This is your first time. Okay, so I did drop some written instructions in the chat so it's easier for some people, but I'll definitely give a little brief intro, and then I'll also be guiding us throughout our breath work. This time we'll be using a screen timer so that you guys can follow along and know how long the breath hold is going to be. The Wim Hof breath style is going to be a very specific breath. We're going to take 30 breaths. It could be either in through the mouth or through the nose, whatever you feel comfortable. And like you can sit down or lie down. Again, this is something that you want to be as comfy as possible. So we're going to take 30 breaths, and again, however you like, it's going to be belly, chest out. So and if your pace is your own, it's essentially going to be 30 breaths. After we take those 30 breaths, we're going to inhale, let it all out, and then we're not going to breathe. So after we fully let everything out, we're going to stop breathing. The first one is going to be a 1 minute hold, then a 1.5 minute hold, and then a 2 minute hold. But you can just feel comfortable to take a breath whenever you need to, and then just go back to not breathing. Always listen to your body and give yourself permission to breathe whenever you feel that need. After we do the 1 minute breath hold, we are then going to take a big deep breath in and hold it in and kind of imagining the energy going up from the root all the way through all the way through the crown and pushing kind of the tummy, chest, head. You want the air to kind of feel like you're pushing it up. And then we let go, and then we're going to jump right back into the second round. It's going to be 3 rounds of that, approximately going to be a 10-minute session. Does anyone have any questions? Anything before we get started?
All right, I'm gonna share my screen so we can get that visual cue.
All right, so we're just going to start coming into our seat, laying down, whatever's comfortable for you. Really dropping into the breath. Just start deep, feeling the breath, feeling that wave-like motion through the body. If you feel any tingly sensations, that's okay. That's normal. That happens when we over oxygenate the body. Let's get started for round number one. Deep inhale in. In with peace, out with stress. Like a wave. Last 10, let's see what we got. Last 3. Deep inhale in. Fully exhale and let it go. 1 minute breath hold from this moment on. Just feel the body. Feel any sensations that might happen. Listen for your heart beating. Less than 30 seconds. We are almost there. And remember to give yourself the permission to breathe whenever you need to do so. Last 10 seconds. Get ready to take a deep recovery breath in and remember to squeeze and push that air up. 3, 2, 1. Fully exhale. Get ready for round number 3, 2. Let's breathe in. In with peace, out with stress. Last 10. Make the breath circular. Last 3. Fully inhale in. And then fully exhale. 1.5-minute breath hold from this moment on. Become aware of your body, the blood running through your veins, your heart beating. If you feel your hands and feet and tingling, that's okay. We are almost there. Under 30 seconds left. Get ready to take a recovery breath in 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in. Let go. And get ready for the third round. In, out, in, out. Like a wave. Last 10. Breathe in a little deeper, a little faster. Whatever is okay for your body. Deep inhale in. And what I like to do is breathe out slowly, like through a small straw. Letting all the air gently come out like deflating a balloon. You're halfway there. You're doing amazing. And remember, whenever you feel the need, just breathe and go back to holding your breath. There's not a big deal. Just feel the body, feel the blood running through your veins, your heart beating in your chest, the ground beneath you supporting you. Less than 30 seconds. Ten seconds for a recovery breath. And remember, we really want to push the air from the root all the way through the crown. Ready? Inhale in. And release. Letting your breath come back to normal. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Really feel the body in this moment, the power of your energy. And whenever you're ready, just start to blink open the eyes. You can rub your chest and just thank your lungs for breathing for you automatically throughout the day. Thank you for breathing with me tonight.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
Lisa Farnetta, can you talk a bit just about the benefits of what we did and sort of what was going on?
Oh, so what we're doing right there is we're hyperoxygenating the body. So we're delivering high levels of oxygen and then we're not breathing at all. So we are messing with the levels of carbon dioxide that are, that being in our breath. And when we do that, what we're doing is we're kind of boosting the immune system, our white blood, our blood cells are regenerate. We are like activating the parasympathetic nervous system, giving our nervous system a sense that we're safe and allowing it to repair and restore. But really, in the Wim Hof, what really is kind of the magic is that retention. When we're not breathing at all, that breath hole, the chemical exchange is really causing just like a this magic within us for our immune system, for our blood cells, and it's just when you start breathing a little bit more rounds or longer breaths, what we ultimately do is we start to release DMT in our own source of DMT in the brain. And when we're pushing up the energy, we're also activating the gland in the brain for for creativity, and it's just I'm like, I feel like I can't even speak right now. Like when I do that, I come out and I'm so relaxed. I'm just like, it is one of the most amazing practices. Like I love meditating, but when I first came into breath work, I was like, wow, like I felt so after the first initial coming out of it, I was like light, like tingly in my whole body, and it's just a great way for the body to show you how powerful it can be. And another thing that when like, you see 2 minute breath hold, you're like, oh my goodness, and then after a couple of rounds of doing it, you're like, oh, I can do it. It proves another part of the brain that shows you that you can do these hard things. So not only the physical, but the mental benefits that are also there.
Yes, thank you so much. This was only my second time doing it, and I loved the video that you found. It was so helpful. Yeah, and for that first minute breath, I was struggling, but then by the second minute one, I was like, "Oh, I just held my breath for a minute. That's kind of crazy." So, thank you. That was wonderful. All right, time for the value of the week. Da, 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 bum. All right, everyone. Um, be the light in dark places. This week's universal human value is peace, and we are focusing on balance. The thought of the week is a balanced mind is strong. Dearest community, this week we reflect on the value of balance through the lens of the universal human value of peace. The objective this week to sense and accept when you are out of balance. If you find yourself not able to manage your inner balance, be kind to yourself and see what needs to change in your daily routine that will alleviate feelings of burnout. If you find yourself not able to manage your inner balance, be kind to yourself and see what needs to change in your daily routine that will alleviate feelings of burnout. As always, we've got our meditation, we've got a wonderful song, and the activity of the week. How is your daily and weekly schedule going so far this month? Is there any activity that you would like to do more? Are there things that you are doing that are not worthy of your time or that cause you an imbalance in your joy? And we've got a lovely story as well. So, feeling of balance, a balanced mind is a strong mind. Are there any, I would love to hear any initial reactions to how we're feeling about this idea of balance within the self. And you can either use your mic or feel free to put something in the chat as well.
I would like to share. Thank you, Morgan. Your voice is very soothing, the way you read that. Um, I feel like I'm excited for balance because I was traveling for a whole year and I just came back to Chicago and settling into like being done with traveling life and into like a routine and searching for a job and all the things that come with that. And I feel like coming out of the phase of like graduating from college, and there was a lot of imbalance. We know how it goes in college, right? Like there's just, you're trying to figure out yourself and life and what works for you and what doesn't. And then I feel like I had that whole year to reset and really like see the world and just like be in a place of curiosity and adventure and like inspiration. And now coming back into the routine of like everyday living, I feel like I'm excited to tap more into the things that bring me joy and kind of the things that give energy versus the things that take energy. And I feel like that takes a lot of like patience and observing. And often I'm just like doing things and filling up the time. And I'm not good at like sitting in the space and waiting. And so I'm excited to just like sit and wait for that feeling of the knowing, like the aha. And I feel like that's a good way of, for me on personal level, that's a good way of bringing balance, like letting myself sit and wait for the right aha moment or the right feeling instead of rushing into things and then letting go of the things that no longer resonate with me or no longer bring life and joy. So balance is feeling like juicy and exciting. That's how yeah, that's what's coming up. Thank you.
Oh, I love it, Melody. Juicy and exciting. Yes. Yes, and it is exciting to find the balance in things. And I think one thing that you said that really stuck with me was like sitting and waiting. And in a world that is like so fast and so moving and everybody's doing something, like to sit and wait for me personally is scary, but it is so important. So thank you for your wisdom. Does anybody else want to share about finding balance in our lives, or maybe how you like to find balance in your life when you're feeling imbalance?
Sure, I'll share. Um, uh, One thing that really resonated with me in the practice guide there was when it was talking about burnout. Like it said something like, see what you can change in your routine to alleviate burnout. And I have a pretty tough job, and I was definitely feeling burnout this year, and um got a little better towards the end of the year. But I just like one thing that I really liked about being part of the human values collective is like the idea of like it's helped me really believe that I actually can change things. I can make a change in my life. So it's really good, the idea of like you know uh the idea that you can make a change in your to alleviate burnout. If you have a hard job and that is not going to change anytime soon, you can make a change not by adding more, not by like doing more and getting more done, but by actually stepping back, like you were saying, Melody, like taking time and sitting still, and how like the answer isn't necessarily like do more, that doing less doesn't make you like worthless because you weren't less productive. It might actually help you you know do things better. That's it.
Thank you so much, Eva. Yes, doing less is more. I I love doing cross stitch, and I recently saw something that was You are not worth your productivity. So I feel that, Eva. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Yes, Melody, we are enough when we do nothing. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Any last words, feelings, thoughts, sensations, epiphanies before we sign off?
I was gonna type it out, but by the time it takes me to type it out, I'm just gonna say, I was gonna say one of my favorite quotes. I think that really relates to balance is everything in moderation, including moderation.
Period. It's beautiful. Drew, Hazel, Eva, Melody, Luisa Fernanda, everybody watching, thank you so much for being here tonight. This would not be the community that we all need without all of you. So thank you for your love. And thank you for your practice. And I hope this week you are feeling a bit more balanced. Enjoy your Sunday, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. Thank you.